so that's for me. It's lonely. Oh, morning. Wafugala. Who comes me? Hi guys, I am Sinegugu Hlengane. Decided today I should actually answer a couple more of you guys' questions. I mean, it basically is going to be a Q&A, but what can we do, you know? I am in the midst of making hot chocolate for myself. I'm in my cabin, I'm just making some hot chocolate. It's the same one that I have at home. I brought actually a couple of my own stuff, even my own coffee. Because I got some of them not have good stuff, you know. Like, yes, they have things here as well, but it's just not the same, you know. Like, yeah, and all, like, I don't like having to struggle to find the specific types of brands I would like. Do around some food tasting, and now look at guys, like I don't want to waste my time, you know. I'm just gonna make my coffee in this. It says it's a portable kettle. You guys can see that. I'll turn it on for you and show you. I'm just gonna go ahead and just plug it in. Just a heads up, if you're gonna work on ships, this is probably definitely not allowed, most likely. They prefer appliances that have a USB cable. So when I bought this, I initially thought it would be USB until I went back to my Amazon account. So you see now it's on, so then I will turn it on over there. Alright, so this is all in Fahrenheit. I'm just gonna put it at 195. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, if you're returning, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. I feel like I should wear my glasses because I'm boring, to be honest. Like, and so I don't know why I keep trying to act up for you guys, you know. But okay, what can we do? But this is my issue. I feel like it's all whitewashed now. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I have my journal here with some of the questions that you guys have asked me. It's just, I've had this journal for a couple of years now. I actually got it from, on my first contract. I think it might have been from Ross. I don't know, but this is it. So I'm gonna go ahead. Have a couple of questions over here. These we already did in my previous videos, so I just have some of these over here. All right, so this one is gonna be a Q&A. So you guys, I've tried honestly to answer as many questions as I could, even on my last videos. I am genuinely hoping that these videos are helping you guys. Hold on, is this kettle boiling? Yes, it is. Hopefully it's not too loud, but I know that the air conditioner is definitely loud, so I will have background music to this video because how loud it is. I feel like my camera is not centered, and that's bothering me a bit. Like, hold on. Just align you guys, shift you guys over. Is that better? I don't know, even if it's not, but I'm here now, okay? Like, silapa guys, and we just have to be grand. Anyway, I tried to answer as many questions as I could. I've spent the first 5 minutes of this video rambling, telling you about a kettle and doing nothing. So anyway, people are just asking, how long does it take before you actually are given a contract after you've applied or after you've been accepted? Guys, this always differs. I can't lie to you and say it's going to take you 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. It definitely won't take you 2 years. If it's going longer than, I'd say 2 or 3 months, send them an email. like hassle funding. Like if you want the job, like as I always say, go ahead and do that, you know, because that's exactly what I did. I was hired initially before the times when Carnival wasn't looking for people, you know. They had maybe like 2 or 3 spots open and they had like an influx of applications. So I applied during that time, you know, and it wasn't as serious as it is right now. I think I'm gonna unplug this. I don't know if the sound is coming through on camera, but it's irritating me. I can hear it in the background. So yeah, so I can't give a definite answer as to how long it takes. If you've definitely been given a job, they won't go back on their word. I know that much, because I remember I had to wait 4 to 6 months after I actually got the job with the processing of my paperwork and everything. And then only in April I was actually given a job after hassling them, telling them, listen, I'm ready to go, like I need you guys to give me something solid, because in the cartela of chilling at home, you know, not having something to do, I'm a person who gets bored quite easily, especially when I'm just sitting doing nothing. So I think that would be my response to that, and I hope it's sufficient. I hope it's enough. I hope it answers your question. But guys, ask them at the very least. Babuze, send an email. And if you're talking to a recruiter, go back to your agency, ask them like what they need for you to get on board quicker. You've got the paperwork, you've got this, everything is done, visas, passport, medicals, police clearance. Guys, hassle for your police clearance. I don't know how many times I've said this. Yeah, because it's the cheapest thing that you're gonna do, but it's gonna take you the absolute longest time to get. Medicals are done within a day or 2, to be honest. A visa, 2 weeks max, only because the appointment time is longer. Once they grant you a visa, they're gonna send it to you via courier, you know. That only takes 3 to 7 days, depending on what your courier agreement is, or you can just go and fetch it. I'm gonna go boil this water and then I'm gonna come back. All right, hi guys, I'm back. So yeah, but I just wanted to address that main question. That was like the main thing that I had to address. I mean, this is important as well, but you guys were asking me about ship life, right? That's what this whole video is actually about. It's a Q&A about ship life, okay? Like, you guys were asking me, how is it like living on board, having a roommate, the salary, but I did discuss salary, so I don't think I'm going to be touching on that again. You know, just those types of questions. You know, I've written down a couple of questions, and that's what we're going to be addressing in this video. Also, guys, I don't have a coffee cup in here. I left my coffee cup, well, it got lost. Then I left the other one I have at home, and then I didn't go to the kitchen to get another cup, and then we're also not allowed to have cups. So kuningi, I'm literally gonna be drinking hot chocolate in a tumbler, but we move kesana. So okay, people were asking like, how much time do you actually get off, like time to socialize, time to hang out with your friends, you know? You get time, but you need to realize that all of that comes down to what you prioritize and what it is that is important to you. If you and those people would like to socialize, you're going to make time. It's like a relationship, guys. If bayafuna, they will, you know. If they want to, they will. If you want to make time, you will. If you're always going to be that person who complains about, guys, I'm working until late, but the next day you're only starting at like 2 p.m. Let's be honest, you have time to socialize with your friends, okay? You honestly, genuinely do have time to socialize with your friends. Is all up to you. It can make you go as to how much time do you wish to dedicate to that. As you guys can see, I'm in pajamas. I literally decided to make this video, got out of bed, and I was like, let me give the people what they want. And I'm really trying to make videos weekly at the very least, so I'm hoping to give you guys at least 4 videos a month. like minimum will be 2 is what I'm trying to aim for right now. And for like guys and say I'm gonna push for like 6, 7, 8 videos, 2 videos a week. And just requires, I don't have enough time. Internet is expensive. I'm not always at the ports. There's times when we can't get off. Like this cruise, I actually won't be able to get off. And we're stopping at Limon in, no wait, Limon is next week. No, it's this week. Limon in Costa Rica, as well as Grand Cayman. But I can't get off, but I'll be able to get off on my next ship, which is Paradise. So that's where I'll be able to get off in. My cap just fell. What? It's fine. Hi guys, say hi to my roommate.
What is that?
Making a video for my YouTube channel.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, don't worry, it's for my hot chocolate. Oh. Do you wanna say hi to my YouTuber people?
Hi.
Guys, I'm gonna give Lisa privacy and get back to this video.
Well, I'm leaving in a few seconds.
Okay, so we'll get back in a few seconds. Bad one. Is it cold in the lounge?
Huh?
Is the lounge cold?
No, but I want to go upstairs first because I just want to kill someone.
What time is the next show though?
So I'm not on the show, I'm just on nightclub on Silent Night.
Oh, okay.
I have to be there at like 9:45.
Ah, alright. Yeah. Sorry, bye. Alright guys. So sorry about that, but that was my roommate. Her name is Lisa. She really is awesome. Like, shout outs to her, honestly. Like, we don't get in each other's ways. If there was an issue, we addressed it. So, but we're gonna get to that question. I was still on the time of socializing. Yeah, so you make time, you know, you make time for all of these things. If we are funa, you will now, because you're also as much of a relationship, a friendship as the other person, you know. So it's gonna have to be a give and take type of thing. I don't know how I'm feeling about this camera, but it's not going to take out that I don't know how to fix, and that's frustrating me even more. But I think you guys are gonna have to be fine being here because, well, I could move. Nope, I can't. Okay. You get some of your afternoons off. Sea days, I'm not gonna lie, you're barely gonna get time to socialize besides with the people that you work with. Port days, you might get time off if you're working early, but also it depends on each department. If your department is pretty much the same, whether you're you're working port or sea day, then that's gonna be that. So for me today, I finished a little bit early because I was the early person on duty today. So I was at work by 7:45 a.m. until my shift ended at 6:30. So I had an hour break. I had a 6-hour shift and then I had a 4-hour shift. I don't know, something like that. 4 hours and then 6 hours. Yeah. So yeah, it's still too hot. Okay. Having a roommate, let's just get straight into that. Having a roommate, you most likely will definitely have a roommate, especially if your first contract, unless you come in and you're immediately in a managerial position. Then I'm gonna say shout outs to you. I don't know how you did that one, but you most likely will have a roommate, okay? Simply because everyone here is sharing. There's 1,000 crew members at the very least. Let's see if I can turn this thing off. So I was saying that there is at least 1,000 crew members, so of course you're going to be sharing a room. I've shown you guys the bunk beds that are right next to me, and it all comes down to honestly just living in peace with each other. You need to be receptive of another person, and that person needs to be receptive of you, to be honest, because you can't expect someone else to be receptive of you. Now you are a problem. You address things in a respectful manner. I think, yeah, like the only time I didn't show you guys my roommates was last cruise. I don't know if I even did on my first contract. No, I think Lisa's the first roommate I ever showed, actually. Then I had one on my first contract. One of my roommates I showed you guys. So Yeah, remember, you're from different countries, different religions, probably going to be a whole different race. Even if you're the same race, you're from different parts of the world, you're probably doing things very differently. So you need to be understanding and receptive of that. Do you understand? So yeah, that's that on roommates and sharing a space. Keep it clean, guys. Set your rules together in an appropriate manner that because you don't want to be in a space where you are uncomfortable and you don't know how to speak, and then you go to your manager or say, I want to move. But then if they ask you what's the reason, then you explain. But then have you actually spoken to this person? If you say no, then how do you expect them to then go about trying to intervene? Also, like, they usually try and put you in the same department as someone. I think this is the first ship I've seen where most people in camp are not together with other campies. I think I only know of like 2 girls, like 2 sets, so 4 girls who are with each other, like from camp. A couple of us are with people from Fun Squad and just the entertainment in general. Another one's living with her boyfriend. So yeah, people are just everywhere really. So yeah, but you're gonna be sharing a private space, guys, a personal space, so you might as well be civil nalumtu that you're gonna be with, you know, because it does help. It makes things more comfortable for you. You want to catch yourself in an awkward situation. Also, read the room. If you walk in last into a situation, see how that person was living prior. If you're okay with that and it's satisfying to you, shout out, you've hit a jackpot. Like mine, it was so cute when I came in. But if you walk in and it's just disgusting, then haikesana, you're gonna be in for it. So yeah, anyway, managing time differences, guys. Time difference is gonna kick you in the behind the first week or so, because you'll catch yourself staying awake when you should be sleeping. You're gonna wake up too early, sleep too late. Sometimes it's not that you're jet lagged, you're just trying to adjust yourself to this new time zone. Because imagine like you've been flying for a day or 2, usually 2 days, and then on ships you work from the first day when you come on board, right? And then that's not the only time difference that you have to deal with. Some of these ports that you go to, you're constantly having to adjust your watch 1 hour forward, 1 hour back, 2 hours back, 2 hours forward, etc. Most of them I think was an hour or 2 forward and backwards. So now that adds to the American time difference, the South African time difference over and over. So it's constant, but you will get used to it. It's not as bad as it sounds. It's not as the only issue is when you want to communicate with home, then you gotta keep constantly figuring out how it is that you are gonna manage your time. When do you call home? You're gonna have to either at some point sacrifice and wake up at 5 a.m. to call family if that's what you want. I don't do that. I just keep constant texting, at the very least, voice notes here and then once in a while I'm like, hey, can we call it this time? So preferably not while you're at work, guys. Don't do that. Ships are very strict, like when it comes to cell phones and cell phone use, especially during working hours. So yeah. What is my also, okay, missing home, feeling homesick, communicating with family. I've basically just touched on that. You make time, you know, that also goes back to things like friendships and other relationships. You make time for it. You will get homesick here and there, especially if you have a very long contract, Sana. You will definitely get sick. And all you can do is just keep trying to communicate home. You're gonna have to sacrifice and buy that internet. It's expensive at times, but make that sacrifice and buy internet. Video call your family at least once a week, or call someone that you are in the mood for. I usually call Bumi or my friend Anele or Mama, you know what I mean? Like I try prioritize, like I try call different people at different times. Or when you do buy internet, try call as many people as you can, you know, in the hours that you have that you're off, and see how that goes for you, you know, because what else can you do, to be honest? You know, Yeah, and if your roommate comes in the room and you don't have to disturb them, leave the room. Go to public areas and make a phone call. Go to the lounges that are closed to the guests. We still have access to them, so why not just go there? So I'm just trying to open up my crackers because having hot chocolate with nothing is a little dead to me. Okay, so another thing is, what is your favorite port? My favorite port so far, I've got to say, has been St. Thomas. And did I go out in San Juan? No, I didn't. I was very sad. And this is like the second, if not third time I didn't go out to San Juan. And that was on my last cruise. So St. Thomas was great. Got to do the what's that cart thing called? Guys, here's some ASMR for you. Okay, cut. All right, so I got to do this. Oh my god, I just remembered the name. Something cart, but it's this caravan thing that it's like those cable carts. It's like those table mountain things I was thinking of. Yeah, but St. Thomas has been great. Aruba was also quite nice. I really did enjoy Aruba. And somewhere else in Puerto Rico, I just can't remember. So I think Aruba was Dominican Republic, or Puerto Rico was Dominican Republic, something like that. But those were really nice. So far, St. Kitts and Nevis, dead to me. Nothing to see there. Very boring. Not interested in doing that again. I'm so sorry, but I just have no interest. The nicest beach I've been to so far, I've gotta say, is Half Moon Cay. It's very nice. I liked it. I think it's very pretty, very quiet, beautiful white sand, lovely beach, white beaches. So shout out to Half Moon, man. Nassau also, it's starting to seem like it's a luxury, and it's very common to me, you know. But if I do go back to Nassau, I want to go to Atlantis, try a little bit of downtown, see what's down there. But I did do Blue Lagoon Island when I was in Nassau. So, I mean, it's not entirely dead. Yeah. Anyway, transitioning from home to ship life. You will need to catch a wake-up call very quickly from day one. Get with the program. You're meeting people from all over the world, many countries. I don't even know how many countries are in the world, so that's a problem also, actually. I'm seeing on some of these itineraries places I've never even heard of, but what to do, Kesana. Yeah, you will need to make a quick transition. You also need to be not woke, I hate that term, but be mentally accepting, be socially accepting of people and their cultures. And it might not be a religion that you agree to, but it's how they do things, you know. Some things are not even religious to them that might be religious to you. Do you understand? So be accepting of that. Talk about these things with your roommate. If you're a person who wakes up at 2 or 3 a.m. and prays, please be considerate of them, and that possibly might not be their thing. I'm not saying don't pray. Perhaps find another method of prayer. Guys, prayer is not shouting out and crying out all the time. And if you feel that that's what you need to do in your spirit, I'm not saying program yourself, but you're gonna need to set times, because I feel like there's a time and a place for everything. If you need to go out to the, like I said, the, what are these things called? Theaters that are open, go ahead and do that. You know, if theaters that are open, you're a worker, you will have access to a lot of different places that guests normally wouldn't, even after they've been closed. So go ahead and do that. Just be accepting of other people at all times. Don't be judgmental of people, you know. Ship life means working every day. Home life means working 5 days a week for most people. Let me not say most people, for some people, because I come from a country where people are basically working every day. What else? You're sharing a space. You may have had your own space at home. You're going to need to learn to transition into that too. You know, you're living with someone from a whole different country. If you live with someone from your country, shout out, you're very lucky. But even if that person is from your country, they could have completely different way of living, completely different standards of cleanliness, and what is seen as okay and not okay. And maybe the only thing you have in common is language. Do you understand? So don't take it for granted that just because someone is from your country, they're gonna be just like you. No. Find your way around, navigate it. Before you speak, please just listen, look, observe, read the room. I don't know how many times I can say read the room. That's it. So important for you to actually do that. So yeah. Another thing is work burnout and dealing with it. Hey, my sister, I'm telling you. You will get burnt out from work, you will get tired, but you will have to deal with it. When you have time to rest. Goes back to the first question of socializing. If you can't do it, don't force yourself. Okay, it's okay not to socialize. It's okay to give yourself time. For you, it's okay for you not to want to talk to people. Even at work, you'll see me shutting down, especially when there's no kids. If I don't have to work, I say, why am I over like exerting myself? Do you understand? So those things happen where you'll have work burnout, you'll get tired, you'll need time off, and the only time off you're gonna have is the hours that you have off at the end of the day when you finished your work. Be it that you finish at 2 a.m. and you're only gonna be back at 2 p.m. or whatever it is that you're gonna have. You're going to need to find your way around that schedule. Give yourself time to rest. If it means take a cruise off where you don't socialize, don't go to the crew bar. People are always going to that crew bar. I don't know how they do it, especially people from restaurant service, because those people work extremely hard for them to consistently be there. And as you know, like, to each their own. Some people are used to much harder labor. I'm sorry guys, labor has never been my calling in life, so I'm not used to it, you know. So yeah, there's that. Training on board. You will get trainings. You get a couple of trainings, safety training. There's drills every week. There's actually a drill tomorrow. Not every week. There's drills every 2 weeks usually. You will get those trainings. There's safety and security. There's a lot of different trainings. Some of your countries, they're required to do some of these trainings before you come on board. There's this thing called why are my eyes so red? Like, I just looked at myself and I'm like, am I crying? Okay, I don't know what happened. I need to get eye drops. There's this training called STCW or SWTC. I mean, no, STWC or STCW. I can't tell you what that is, you know. Anti-Azi, guys, I've heard of it. Some countries need it. So South Africa doesn't need you to have that to become a maritime worker. From what I've gathered, unless you're for a specific position, you might need to do that. So you'll get different trainings trainings about the position that you're in. There's always a refresher training when you come back from vacation as well, so don't take that for granted. You're gonna have a training where I just blanked. You're gonna have a training where they just like retest you on everything that you've done so far in your job, you know, and that are you still aware and knowledgeable. And sometimes like they've implemented some new policies while you were gone, so therefore you're gonna need to be retrained on some of those and developed further, you know, so that you're the best at what you're doing. And yeah, also training to not to upgrade yourself, get promoted. So trainings for you to get promoted are available. That's what I'm trying to do on my next contract, but okay, we shall see. Push will come to shove, and yeah, so I've asked what's my long-term goal in the company. As of right now, and from Kata, I don't know, nah, but I definitely know that I want to get in like a managerial position. I don't know if I want to work in camp forever. I don't think I want to work in camp forever. I was trying to actually move to a learning and development specialist, learning and development manager position as a trainee, but because I don't have a current evaluation on this ship, and got delayed last ship because my director was something. But it's fine, it didn't go through, but we move as no team. We can only try next contract. That's about as much as we can do, to be honest. Lastly, people are asking about romantic relationships on board. Is it possible? Yes. Is it something you can get easily? Most likely. But heads up, people on ships are very weird. Okay, Aban Balapa are married. There are people who are married and they're acting single in these streets. There are people who are linked with other people on board, but at home they have a whole wife and kids, or a husband and children. So just be mindful of that. Not everyone is like that. There's some really nice people here. I have barely bothered to try and get myself into a relationship. Have I had talking stages? Yes. Have I been in a serious relationship on board? No. So I'm not gonna say I advise against it or for it. It's up to you. Use your own discretion. Umdala if you come on a ship, to be honest. So yeah, you're gonna use your own discretion for that. Is it difficult to maintain a relationship that's back home if you're here on a ship? Most likely, because you're not gonna see this person for at least 50 to 60% of the time of the year, or 70%. You understand? So if you're here on board for 10 months at a time, that's say 90% wakolo. If you're here for 8 months, 6 months, you know, it takes away time. Unless you're gonna keep getting these 2 or 3 months contracts, then shout outs to you, but most likely you will not be. So yeah, but aside from that, life on ships is okay. Food you will get it in the mess. They will make provision every day. We have breakfast, we have lunch, tea time, dinner, late time snack. I think food is given like 5 times in a day minimum. Those are the times I can think of. As to what happens beyond that, I don't know. So it's, I think 6 or 7 is breakfast. Lunch starts from 11. Tea time is 3 o'clock. Dinner starts at 5:30. Late time starts at 11, I want to say. Those are the only times I can think of. So that's like 5 times I can think of. I don't know about another one. But if you have guest area privileges, you have pizza until 3 a.m. I believe. So you're welcome to go and get yourself a pizza up there as well. And usually most people have their own snacks in the room, so do bring your own snacks. Yeah. Yeah, that's about that. If you guys have any more questions, yeah, I always try and answer you guys as best as I can. Honestly, anything else beyond that, namangas. Also, I'm gonna attach my new intro video to this thing. Nah, I want you to tell me how that is, because now I don't know how I feel about it. I don't hate it, but I don't completely like it, you know. Yeah, still trying to find like a nice theme song, and it's all just vibes right now. I'm just trying to figure things out. Thank you guys for 3,000 subscribers. Finally, I probably definitely would have gotten here a long time ago if I was more consistent, but we'll be looking into it, you know. So yeah, guys, I need to take my hair out. Shame. Mele, it is time. I think it is time, Sana. What is this? It is definitely time. Anyway, I have some time to kill. It's like 9:30. I can't be sleeping for this long. I'm sorry. Like, I refuse to sleep. I finished early today because I started very early, and tomorrow I'm starting earlier. But let me know how you feel about my intro. Let me know if you have any more questions. Thank you for 3,000 subscribers. Shout outs to you. Those of you who are watching my videos but not subscribing, I'm actually charging you. Like, I'm really judging you. Honestly, do better for yourself, do better for me. What about one? Also, guys, I feel like Munashem, and I really need to start asking for incentives, okay? Because y'all are actually bagging jobs based off of my YouTube channel. If I tell you, I haven't even made 1 cent from YouTube, okay? Haven't even made 1 cent from YouTube. All this information I'm spitting, and in DP, no, guys, do better. Give me back my coins, eh? Y'all need to start paying me for these videos. Sponsorship, yeah, like, wow. Not even a single sponsor. My life is so sad. But hey, what can we do? Anyway, if you have anything that you'd like for me to promote for you, let me know. We can discuss it. My email address probably will be in the comments, in the description bar. Yeah, I don't have the number I used to use for public. I don't have it anymore, so I will give you guys my email address. Email me with things you'd like for me to promote for you. I'll be coming home in a few months, and then maybe we can meet, or you can post it to me and I'll get it and do all that for you, obviously at a charge, or whatever it is that we work out amongst ourselves. All right, because guys, from my heart to yours, nothing but love and light and the love of God, and these red eyes and horrible skin, but we're working on it. Thank you for watching. Until the next one, let's record another one.